Game over! Elon Musk versus Joe Biden gets heated. Imagine you're the main lead in the automobile production industry as well as the biggest contributor to sustainable energy consumption, and the country's biggest figure doesn't acknowledge you. That would definitely cause the buzz, and that's exactly what's causing the trouble between the US's biggest electric vehicle firm owner Elon Musk and the country's president Joe Biden, and the feud seems to slow down in no time soon. Oh my god. I loved this hot debate, and that's why I brought this video for you guys. I hope you must be ready for the interview at Code Conference where Elon Musk said, "Oh, don't know. I'm gonna show it somewhere in the video, so stick to the video till the end. Let's get started." It all started after Joe Biden called an all automakers executive meetings in the White House in August 2021, but the biggest name was completely snubbed, which was none other than Tesla. Top officials from General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis were part of the meeting, but shockingly, the biggest EV maker Tesla wasn't invited. Elon Musk, the company's CEO and the biggest visionary behind the company's astonishing success, commented right after the weird event by tweeting, "Seems odd that Tesla wasn't invited." The White House officials never responded about Tesla's exclusion from the meeting in a clear manner. However, Elon Musk never looked to take it lightly. During an interview at Code Conference, Elon Musk expressed his disappointment towards Joe Biden by calling not the friendliest administration. Previously, Elon Musk was all fired up to support Joe Biden when he was elected as the president of the US for his and his administration's focus on Earth's increasing climate crisis. The two looked a perfect match for each other for the same reason. And Elon projected through his supportive gestures that he would play upfront to help Biden tackle the eventual threat that the Earth is going to face due to atmospheric quality decline. The most probable reason behind Joe's cold-hearted behavior towards Elon and Tesla could be that Biden is a vigorous supporter of unions, while Tesla's workforce isn't unionized. Tesla has previously and always been fighting against unionization, particularly inside the company based in Fremont, California, initiated by United Auto Workers, UAW. In fact, Tesla has even fired a union activist to crush the movement before it could get worse for them. Not to mention, Elon was convicted for an anti-union tweet previously in 2018 and was asked by concerned authorities to remove the statement from his account. Joe Biden's new facilitating move towards the unionization of competitive names in the automaker industry has intensified the tension. Elon has responded aggressively to the act by tweaking Joe as controlled by the unions. He reportedly has said that Joe Biden and his administration are biased against his company. He also responded to a recent viral Twitter meme that showcased an extract from the movie Alien. The meme displayed a parasitic alien clamping onto a man's face. In the picture, the alien has been labeled as UAW and the person labeled Biden. Musk replied to the meme in agreement, commenting, "Seems that way." Biden stretched the stress to the next level by not congratulating Elon Musk's SpaceX latest milestone, Inspiration 4, the most complicated and the latest in the string of taking civilians to the space, vision that all spacefaring companies are working hard on, including NASA and Blue Origin. The mission was launched on 16 September 2021, in which the 4 crew members orbited the Earth over 40 times performing scientific research. The milestone achieved successfully, and Falcon 9 splashed down back safely in the Atlantic Ocean on 18th September. Almost every prominent figure applauded SpaceX for completing the mission successfully, even Elon's biggest rivalry in the mainstream, Jeff Bezos. But no official complimentary statement was issued from Joe Biden. Elon responded to a tweet that inquired about why there was silence from Biden regarding SpaceX achievement by making fun of Biden, saying, "He's still sleeping," recalling the Trump nickname that he used for Biden during presidential elections, Sleepy Joe. And the latest addition to the crisis between the two appeared in the form of Musk's strong criticism and condemnation about the recent Democrat-led bill, which is parliamentary approved and going to be next presented in the Senate. The bill stated that the consumers who would buy EVs built by the unionized company's labor will be awarded a $4,500 extra tax incentive in Biden's $1.8 trillion proposals. Therefore, it's apparent that Tesla will not be eligible for this additional boost, as the company's vehicles aren't made by unionized employees. Currently, General Motors production Chevrolet Volt is the only qualifier to the plan, whereas Ford Motors F-100 pickup truck and General Motors Cadillac Lyriq and Hummer are next in the line. This is undeniably a great disadvantage for the largest electric vehicle production firm of the United States, Tesla, but it seems that the company is not much affected by the new configurations in the automobile industry law, as its $7,500 consumer incentive has surpassed 200,000 vehicle sales in the third quarter of the year. According to Experior, Tesla reflected a clear dominance over the US market with more than 70% share in that quarter, and it did it while other cars were favored by the president's boost of extra credits. And the company doesn't seem to be dependable on such incentives, as Elon is working on a far greater vision of taking Tesla to the biggest markets around the world by creating companies' production hubs in the biggest countries of the globe, which are going to be the large names in the electronic vehicle industry. His next plans are for the People's Republic of China, as they are the biggest export hub for Tesla, and his next destination most probably will be Germany. Tesla is also planning to cut down the price point by launching a $25,000 model possibly by 2023 that will help its sales keep humming by staying top of the index. And the world knows it's not new for Tesla. The company has a history of leading the automobile industry by producing such self-driven vehicles that weren't seen before, and therefore it's hard to digest for people from all perspectives that the firm is being treated in such an impolite manner. People may agree or disagree with its owner for the multiple reasons they would have had, but no one can argue about how meteoric the company has become under his long-term envisioned and evolutionary leadership. Since the company has been owned by Elon Musk, it has produced wonders in the automobile industry in terms of introducing innovations, excluding compromise and adjustments over the quality and long-term vision, and as well as raising up the competition to an extent that ultimately helped the industry to flourish. Undoubtedly, Tesla is a leader in electric vehicle manufacturing and the country's most recognizable automaker. The firm has produced never-before-seen products over the years like Cybertrucks. Tesla vehicles have established themselves as the fastest, convenient, and most efficient automobiles which never dodge on providing the ultimate user experience and are highly eco-friendly. No one can deny that much mainstream acceptance and enthusiasm is exclusively associated with Tesla for their unique, unparalleled features ranging from their exceptional futuristic interiors to dynamic exterior designs. Tesla's batteries have no match in the mainstream so far. They are lower cost and highly efficient at the same time. Tesla vehicles have been making it to the top over the years. According to a recent study conducted by Cars.com, Tesla's Model 3 has claimed the top position following the company's Model Y landing on the third spot. The study was conducted to list the top automobile companies which helped the United States economy by creating factory job opportunities as well as sourcing vehicles parts made in local manufacturing industries, and Tesla fulfilled both. Tesla had also been on the mission to speed up the world's transition to sustainable energy, which should have been highly aligned to Joe Biden's vision of saving the Earth from disastrous climate effects. The company works on energy consumption and manufactures solar panels and solar roof tiles to provide power supply to homes, utilities, and businesses so that they take good control over energy consumption. Tesla automobiles have contributed to a pollution-free environment by emitting half of the fuel as compared to the regular cars while running thousands of miles. It's hard to tell what turn would that tension take in the future featuring two epic figures, Elon Musk and Joe Biden. But apparently, both are tensing up exceedingly against each other and no improvement is being projected from either side, which can badly affect the country's interest in the long run. That's all for today's video. I hope you liked the video and don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up. I would recommend you guys to search for SpaceX and know more about it. That's the future of this modern era, so stay tuned for more. 5 times Elon Musk turned the world around. All people dream, but not equally. Some people dream by night and wake up in the day to find that it was fake, but some people are daydreamers, and they are really dangerous. They may fulfill their dreams with open eyes to make them possible. No one could know a baby born in the home of Elon Musk in South Africa will give a footprint to the world to follow. No one could imagine he would be the richest man globally and would revolutionize the tech industry. He was so lost in his daydreams that doctors had to order a test to check his hearing in his childhood. Yes, we're talking about Elon Musk, the charismatic CEO of the electric car industry, Tesla, and rocket manufacturer, SpaceX. Before unveiling his significant achievements that turned the world around, let's dive into his childhood to know about his success series. Musk is South African-born and American. He was born on June 28, 1971 in Pretoria, South Africa. His mother, named Mae Musk, is a Canadian model and a star in the Cover campaign. His father, Elon Musk, is a South African engineer. When he was 10 years old, his parents divorced. He spent his childhood with his father, brother Kim, and sister Tosca. At age 17, he attended Queen's University and gained American citizenship. He graduated in business and physics at the University of Pennsylvania and attended Stanford to pursue PhD. But just after 2 days, he dropped out to start his first online venture. Elon Musk has the strong ability to visualize his projects through his pensive moments. In his childhood, many events reflected his determination towards business, as once in an interview. He shared a childhood memory of Musk with his brother and cousins who used to sell homemade chocolates door to door in wealthy parts of South Africa. They sold them 20 times the cost of making it. In an interview, Elon Musk said, "Starting and growing a business is as much about the innovative drive and determination of the people behind it as a product they sell. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single baby step, and the first milestone Musk achieved was building his first company, Zip2, at the age of 27. Number 1. In 1995, Musk launched his company in Silicon Valley. He was not aware of his decision what type of company it should be. Then he began with searchable web directories. His brother Kim also joined him as co-founder and partner. After purchasing a local business directory and free access to digital mapping software from a GPS company, his concept became relatively straightforward. Musk added code to the website and put two databases together. The website aimed to help provide a city guide and the way to get to the place. This service was not evident at that time as people thought the internet was a fraud. It caused too much trouble. In addition, there was a lack of funding. They built the company on their capital and sold their living quarters. The company had only one computer on which Musk programmed at night, and during the day, the server worked. The hard work of both brothers proved fruitful, and the company was getting the attention of investors. Moher Davidow invested $3 million into the company. New York Times Company, Chicago Tribune, and Hearst Corporation signed up its website with Zip2. In 1998, Musk rejected merging with another company. CitySearch and Compaq bought Zip2 for $307 million. Musk bought a house car from a share of the sale and invested in his next project, X.com, that ultimately became PayPal. Number 2. Elon Musk founded X.com using $10 million money from his sale. X.com was an online financial service provider company launched in 1999. The company hired many investors and it aimed to provide energy service like checking accounts, insurance service, mortgage lending, and bonds. The company also offered incentives to attract new clients. Despite all efforts, people still had a fear of virtual banking while the company required new clients. So in March 2000, X.com merged with PayPal. Musk was declared CEO of PayPal. In October 2000, moving the server from the free Unix operating system to the Microsoft window became the reason for the altercation between co-founders. The board fired Musk when he was in Australia for holidays, but still, things were in favor of Musk when eBay bought PayPal in 2002 for $1.5 billion. Elon Musk earned $165 million as the single biggest shareholder of PayPal. Number 3. The next move of Elon Musk was to found his third company, Space Exploration Technologies Corporation, also known as SpaceX. SpaceX was founded in 2002 with a mission to reduce the cost of space transportation. By 2008, SpaceX was awarded a $1.5 million contract by NASA to handle the cargo transport to space. This contract proved to be a changing fortune for Elon Musk. He was being noticed outside his circle. Iron Man films are partially based on Elon Musk's career. In 2012, first time SpaceX launched Falcon 9 and sent it to the International Space Station with 1,000 pounds of supplies. SpaceX suffered a setback in 2017 when a rocket exploded during the liftoff test. Musk had announced his mission to launch people on Mars in 2024 in a collaborative effort with NASA. The company is designing fully reusable and reliable rockets called Starlink until 2025. In 2018, SpaceX got permission from the US government for launching low-orbit satellite, which will provide internet service throughout the world. Number 4. Another venture of Musk is Starlink, which aims to provide internet service to almost everyone on the Earth, with the help of a bunch of low Earth orbital satellites. Till 2021, SpaceX has delivered 1,000 satellites into space. Starlink is providing internet service to 10,000 customers in 14 countries. The proposal of Starlink was announced in 2015. It got permission from the US to deliver 1,000 satellites and also filed a document with international regulatory to deliver 30,000 low Earth orbital satellites. SpaceX has delivered 60 Starlink satellites in 2019, which reached the operational altitude easily and can be easily pulled down when they are no longer used. Ground users of Starlink will have a kit that contains a small satellite dish, tripod, and a Wi-Fi router. SpaceX will sell this kit. Number 5. When you think about Tesla, it is possible without the name of Elon Musk would not come to your mind. Tesla has become the recognizable mark for Elon Musk. Tesla is an electric car making industry founded by Silicon Valley entrepreneurs in 2003. Elon Musk joined Tesla in 2004 as a shareholder of $7 million and became CEO of Tesla. The mission of Tesla is to accelerate the transition of the world to sustainable energy sources. It aimed to replace gasoline-driven cars with electric cars. 17 years back, Tesla was nothing but a challenging ambition, but now stock of Tesla has increased 700% from the last 3 years and a share of $213. In 2008, Tesla introduced the Roadster sports car with a speed of 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds. Tesla's first public offering launched in June 2010 with the collaboration of Toyota and raised $226 million. Lithium-powered batteries run Tesla electric cars. These batteries are powerful enough to maximize the speed limit of Tesla electric cars. In August 2008, Elon Musk had announced T-Model S production, of which has started in 2012. Tesla Model S is capable of covering 265 miles between charges. The starting price of the model is $858,570. 2017 was the year of another surprise for Tesla fans in the form of the Tesla Semi. It was expected to enter production in 2019 but was delayed due to the limited availability of lithium-ion batteries. The Tesla Semi model is a powerful addition to the history of Tesla. The Tesla truck has the most extraordinary enhanced autopilot features and navigation system, saving you from road accidents. There is a huge demand for the Tesla electric cars, especially Tesla Semi and Model 3, due to their enhanced features. It is very challenging for the company to meet the demand, but still it is struggling to manufacture enough cars to meet that demand. So guys, these were the achievements of Elon Musk and much more. No doubt Elon Musk is a successful entrepreneur of his generation. His net worth is $160 million. Success stories do not come to happen overnight. It started with an idea and continued struggle that led to the amount of success. Once Elon Musk said, "I think ordinary people can choose to be extraordinary." I hope you people like this video. For more videos, subscribe to our channel and don't leave without giving it a huge thumbs up. Stay tuned for more videos. Elon Musk introduces the game-changer Tesla truck. The wait's over! Finally came the night of November 16, 2017, here at Hawthorne, California, where the most awaited and revolutionary Tesla Semi was finally revealed to leverage the trucking world in particular, and the electric automobile industry in general, by featuring two of its varieties with their enormous autopilot and self-driving capabilities. And they looked lavish and beautiful. Hope you've got an idea of what we're talking about and what we're going to discuss further. If you're excited too, like us, to know all about the Tesla truck, stay tuned and watch the video till the end. Let's get straight into it. The Class 8 all-electric Semi is the next powerful addition to Tesla's unmatched history of electric vehicles production, keeping safety, performance, efficiency, and the user's experience as the higher priority. Tesla is world famous for producing electric vehicles, energy generation, solar panels, and storage systems. Its mission is to speed up the world's transition to sustainable energy. Tesla is not just a car company. With its futuristic approach, it is a tech, energy, transportation service, and product company. Since it was founded in 2003 by a few engineers and was owned by the great Elon Musk in 2008, Tesla's produced the world's fastest, thrilling, and super fun to drive automobiles and has established itself as a trustee of making safer, more co-effective, and more co-efficient vehicles. Whether it's about high-performing Model S sedan with its well-controlled and well-directed features, or an all-electric luxury crossover Model X with its significance of delivering maximum utility, or Model 3 that offers massive performance yet the generous range of price, Tesla has proved it is the only lead in the game. When Tesla first announced their game-changer Semi, the world knew they were going to introduce something exclusive. And when you look at its astonishing features, you won't be able to leave without an agreement. Semi is going to take over the trucking business with its vision of serving its owners by saving at least $200,000 over 1,000,000 miles based on fuel cost. It has 4 independent motors, which will provide maximum power and acceleration to the vehicle. Semi has an enormous range of covering 500 miles on a single charge. In contrast, it has the amazing capability of covering 220 miles before recharging with megachargers, compared to superchargers used in Tesla vehicles. Megachargers produce 400 miles of charging in half-hour. One of its incredible features is that it can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 20 seconds with a whole load of 80 kilopounds while empty. Semi is capable of hitting the exact 60 miles in blistering 5 seconds, which is absolutely tremendous. And according to Elon Musk, Semi's eventual range of coverage is up to 621 miles. But here, huge thanks to Tesla battery pack technology, through which they produce the world's unmatchable batteries so far. The type of battery they intend to use in Semi is not changed. It will be huge and cover up almost the entire base of the vehicle. Between the front and back wheels, the length will be 105 inches. The battery pack will be around 500 kilowatt hours. They had announced 2 options at that time, having a capacity of 300 and 500 miles range with a single charge, and expected cost is $150,000, $180,000 respectively. The fastest pace at which Semi's battery can be recharged is for a range of 500 miles in 30 minutes with a target of 80%. However, later on the CEO was spotted talking about the 300 miles version, and the longer range version would be coming later. Bill Gates commented about the battery of the trucks that they're not viable for long-haul journeys. Elon Musk responded that a 500 kilowatt-hours battery pack with a considerable weight is not an issue. Tesla planned to manufacture battery packs with 4,680 cells. These cells are comparatively larger than 2,170 format cells, with their capacity 5 times greater than 2,170 cells. The size range is 46 mm wide and 80 mm long. Semi has outstanding enhanced autopilot features that make it stand apart from regular cars, like emergency braking as well as lane keeping and departure warnings. In a semi-autopilot system, the truck will be able to steer the truck, accelerate and automatically brake. So a pilot must be active when using autopilot and remain alert to take any action. Because it is not self-driving at all, it has cameras and sensors that assist the truck's robotic system and help the pilot remain safe on the road. A navigation system in autopilot enables the truck to change the lane when needed to optimize the route, and adjustments it will make to keep it away from sticking behind the slow traffic. Semi has a kind of odd feature of placing the driving seat in the center, unconventional for typical trucks and vehicles. Still, it perfectly maximizes the visibility and control from this position. Also, it helps to reduce blind spots along with the help of jackknife, protection cameras, and sensors. The low center of gravity gives rollover protection on the road in case of an accident. The cockpit of Tesla Semi is as amazing as the vehicle itself. As far as its large infotainment screen is concerned, it's not much different from Model 3's. Inside the cabin, there is a big space where a 6+ tall person can stand without hitting the ceiling. The captain's chair is flanked by 2 side display screens, the same as the one inside the Model 3. The chair also has air suspension that makes it feel bouncy. On the backside, there are 2 airplane-like compartments. Unlike the traditional trucks, Semi has a long door with inside steps rather than exterior steps. Like other Tesla vehicles, driving of trucks will be smooth, with no gears for drivers to shift through. The cost for Tesla Semi will be $150,000 for a 300-mile range model, while Semi's 500-mile range model will cost $180,000. Tesla is also planning to offer the Founder Series edition at a cost of $200,000. There are several big names in the mainstream which are putting in for Tesla Semi. These merchandises include PepsiCo with 100 orders, DHL Group with 10 orders, and Anheuser-Busch with 40 orders, and Walmart with an order of 50 semi-trucks currently. Although without a single trace of doubt, Semi appears to be a lucrative, unconventional innovation by Tesla. The project is being facilitated in a 500,000 square feet building in Nevada Industrial Park. Initial production of the Tesla semi-truck will be on a small scale, approximately in a few thousands. But this is the beginning of the program. Musk said that he wants to produce 100,000 trucks in a few years. With this figure of production, Tesla will be the biggest vehicle producer in the world. Semi's first delivery was planned for 2019, but later it was re-announced for 2021. According to Tesla's CEO Elon Musk, Semi is delayed because of the limited availability of the company's own 4,680 battery cells as well as other production challenges. This is the only reason that limits the ability of the production of trucks. Elon Musk had warned about the battery supply constraints, which would delay the production of Semi-Tesla. Therefore, Tesla cannot start the mass production of Tesla Semi until Tesla can make its own battery cells. In September 2020, at the Battery Day presentation, Tesla showed off large and tableless lithium-ion cells. These cells are not manufactured in the pilot battery factory of Tesla in Fremont, California. For the same reason, they are planning to push Semi's delivery until 2022. Tesla also posted a job list on LinkedIn that required employees to work on battery plants at the Nevada factory. According to Elon Musk, it's kind of pointless to ramp up the Semi's manufacturing if Tesla is currently running out of the required number of battery cells. He further added that this year has also been a constant struggle for them, with a shortage of multiple raw materials and parts needed. But that really doesn't mean that this is any sort of focus. As Elon has once said while answering the question about semi-production, if someone is not in the production business, it's hard to scale the level of work. The demand for electric trucks will be increased in the coming years in the US because President Biden plans to replace the federal government fleet's combustion engine vehicles with electric vehicles. According to estimated data, the federal government fleet has 400,000 trucks and pickup vans. There are still some potential problems with the Tesla Semi to deal with. One of them is whether a limited number of Tesla Semi can compete with heavy-duty trucks, as charging stations are not common across the country. At the same time, diesel is available even in remote locations, so many charging stations are needed to compare with heavy trucks. Another problem is that although the Tesla truck is hard to break down if it stops on the road, the repair companies cannot help you without the Tesla specialist support. However, big projects often miss deadlines, but we are hopeful to see this marvelous creation called Semi on the roads near to us soon to fascinate us. The new Tesla phone Model Pi will destroy the industry. Tesla is best known for an electric vehicle with autonomous function and AI. It not only renders EV production, but it ranges from solar batteries to building rockets. The CEO of Tesla, Elon Musk, has a different vision from other people. He's a technology freak, a multidisciplinary engineer, and an entrepreneur, and has a futuristic approach. He's not one to rest on his achievements in the world of technology. Well, we will look into the stunning features of the Tesla smartphone Model Pi, also called Model Pi. But before we start, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notifications of our new videos. He has plans for the world which are beyond the imagination. Musk is highly confident about human colonization on Mars within 5 to 6 years, so he designs the technology to work on Mars. One of those techniques is the Tesla smartphone Model Pi. Elon Musk surprised the world with the announcement of the Tesla smartphone Model Pi. The whole world hasn't yet gotten out the spell of autonomous electric cars. Antonio De Rosa, who has also worked on an Apple product, is the Tesla smartphone Model Pi designer. Antonio De Rosa and his ADR studio released a mock-up video of what the Tesla phone might look like. The exterior design of Tesla is more likely iPhone 12. As iPhone 12 has 3 camera lenses, the Model Pi has 4 camera lenses in a square frame, and its sides are silver. The casing of Model Pi has a color-changing coating. The photochromic covering shines with different colors under the influence of sunshine. It has a logo of Tesla T on the phone's backside and looks impressive and eye-catching. 4 lenses camera takes bright and clear pictures no matter if you are in sunlight or inside the dark room. You can make fun of using its camera from one lens. You can take a picture and another can be used for making a video, or one picture zoomed in and another at a distance. The 108 megapixel camera has a 4K resolution display, so if you click the picture of the sky at night, it will be a high quality picture with a clear view of stars and moon. This cannot be done with ordinary cameras. 4 camera lenses in square shape have contrasting colors from the rest of the body of the phone. The front side of Model Pi has a plain glass screen. There is no notch or cutout like iPhone and Galaxy. The front camera might be hidden under the display. However, it starts working when you take a selfie or make a video through the front camera. Model Pi has a built-in solar charging system, which is the mark of Tesla's company. so it would be no surprise if their phone charges with solar energy. Many other smartphones have the solar charging feature by using some accessories and cases. You don't need chargers anymore to charge the phone. Instead, you can charge it anywhere in sunlight. It has stronger internals than any other smartphone, and it is waterproof and dust resistant. Tesla Model Pi has another intriguing feature, the connection of Neuralink. Yes, you can use this phone with your brain faster than your thumb. It will be a breakthrough in the smartphone industry. Let me tell you about the Neuralink, if some of you don't know about it. Neuralink is another company of Elon Musk that is on the mission of preparing microchips that can be implanted in the brain of an organism to read the mind's signals. You can input the command by just thinking, and a phone with Neuralink will process it. Model Pi can also help speech-impaired people because it can decode the brain's signals and change them into audible words and speech. This technology can also help to communicate with patients who are in a coma. The best part of Model Pi is the integration with Starlink. You guys must know about another venture of Elon Musk, that is Starlink, and its mission to provide high-speed broadband internet to the whole world. Starlink is a low-orbital satellite launched in space to provide easy internet access. Its progress is accelerating in 2021, and in February, Elon Musk disclosed that Starlink is serving 10,000 customers. Model Pi is connected to Starlink satellite. It means you can use the internet anywhere on Earth using Model Pi. There will be high-speed internet whether you are in an urban area or any remote place. As I mentioned at the start of the video, the technology of Elon Musk is designed to work on Mars, so you can use this phone on Mars due to the deep support of Starlink installed in the phone Model Pi. There will be no network issue in disastrous areas where other communication modes are destroyed. But smartphone Model Pi will be connected to the high-speed internet. There are rumors that the company will set up its telephone service and there is no need for a SIM card in a Tesla phone. According to ADR releasing features, the smartphone Model Pi has an ultrasonic sensor under the touch screen. It can be used for biometric authentication, and you can unlock the phone with the scanner. This feature ensures the security of Tesla Model Pi. The other feature, ADR Studio revealed that the owner could control the Tesla vehicle through Tesla phones. You can use your phone to lock, unlock, and start your car. You can change the setting of the temperature of the vehicle by phone. If you're running out of battery, not only the computer system installed on the dashboard of the vehicle will alert you, but the beep of your phone will tell you that you are running out of battery. Both the Tesla car and Tesla phone will indicate the nearest charging stations that you can charge your vehicle and back on the road. The most prominent feature of the Tesla phone is its ability to mine cryptocurrency. Elon Musk once said about the Tesla phone that it would have the capability of crypto mining Mars coin. If you're not familiar with Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, you must require computing power to analyze transactions and maintain the blockchain, the whole currency based on it. People who render this computing power are called miners. For you, it is necessary to keep those costs low to keep your mining profitable. The mining of cryptocurrency is a vital feature of the Tesla phone because it is designed to work on Mars. Musk plans to land people on Mars till 2024. His rocket company is developing a rocket called a Starship, which will take people to Mars. On Mars, apart from other needs, commerce is also essential to earn a living. So there's a dire need for a common currency for the transaction to occur and fulfill other needs. Elon Musk plans to create Mars coin cryptocurrency. As Tesla phones have to be used on Mars, it must have the ability of cryptocurrency just like the other Tesla Model S. Mars coin is currently trading against US dollars and Bitcoin at xti.com fine box. If you're using a Tesla phone, it means you have your bank around with you. Tesla has introduced a payment method with a wallet in Tesla's phone. The Tesla phone not only promotes cryptocurrency mining but also integrates other services like crypto credit cards and Lightning. This is about Tesla phone crypto mining ability, and there are many more additional features in it. According to rumors, there is no information about its official price and launching date, but it will be launched at the end of 2021. So guys, stay tuned with us for more updates regarding the Tesla phone and let us know in the comment section below which features of the Tesla phone you liked the most. The world in 2050, who will be on top? Man of the Stone Age lived in caves without even essential tools. There was no technology, no cell phone, and no computer. As life proceeded, further advancement came into the life of humans. Later on, they invented TV, cell phones, and computers. Life evolved on Earth, and the 21st century has become the century of the technology revolution. In the coming years, life will be more advanced than your imagination. Can you imagine robots all around you carrying out functions just like humans? From home chores to the most official work and security processes, robots will dominate in every department. AI will make humans less functional. Life in 2050 will be different as it is today. If you want to know what the world will be like in 2050, stay tuned with us. This video will open up new gates to your imagination about life in the future. Nowadays, significant work is being done on artificial intelligence to transform them into human design. AI will affect all aspects of our life. Till 2024, over 47% of work will be replaced by AI. It will make humans free of work and thinking. Human jobs will be lost as robots. And AI will replace the need for human employees. Economists believe that in the next 15 years, half of the work will be done by robots. And it is no surprise that in 2050, robots will shape all the work. Whether it is to buy goods from the store, there will be no need for accountants and salesmen. Hospitals will be run on AI, from diagnosing the disease to its treatment. AI will also replace the need for humans and animals for companionship. You can see friendship with robots and enjoy with robotic pets. Robots will dominate almost all professionals like doctors, teachers, newscasters, security officers, etc. Till 2050, you will forget about handheld devices like smartphones, tablets, etc. All of this will be incorporated into wearables. Nowadays, wireless buds are available in mobile headsets in the form of rings and others. But in 2050, there will be biotech patches on the arms and bodies of humans. Hundreds of sensors will be installed in our clothes, and AI will be capable of noticing you wherever you are. Can you imagine that you can control your home by your thoughts in 20 years? And in 2050, what AI could do is beyond imagination. AI and the brain will be correlated and support each other. AI will expand the cognitive ability of the brain. Artificial intelligence will be integrated into the human brain in the form of brain chips. These chips will decode the signals of the brain on a computer. As a result, we will talk with dumb people. It will help to cure the patients of Alzheimer, Parkinson, and blindness. The Neuralink company of Elon Musk has a futuristic approach regarding brain and artificial intelligence. Neuralink is working on the model of a chip that will be implanted in the human skull. Tiny wires arise from the chip and fan out into the human brain. Electrodes are attached, which will monitor brain activity. Human body modification will be very unpredictable in the future in terms of its potential impact. Till 2050, there will be massive production of artificial organs from hearts to eyes. These prosthetic organs will completely replace original organs, and life expectancy will be longer. In 2050, body augmentation will be more advanced as compared to current medical applications. With these advancements, you will become stronger and more beautiful overnight. There will also be the augmentation of the brain. You can create a memory store that will have complete security, easy search and scrolling. Indeed, you will not forget where you have put the things. It is predicted that in the future, human consciousness will be immortal. Nanorobots will replace their brains. Virtual reality in the future will bring distant, untouchable destinations into your reach. In 2020, 5G improved virtual reality in terms of speed-up network and shorter delay on downloading videos. So what do you expect in 2050? If you have any kind of phobia, like claustrophobia or hydrophobia, in 2030, you will be able to overcome your fears by experiencing them through virtual reality. In 2050, people will do online shopping by trying dresses in virtual dressing rooms. AI will help them to choose the dresses according to their taste. The electric vehicles industry has been excelling for a decade as the Earth will face a shortage of fuels in the future. Tesla is a well-reputed company that has aimed to see 700 million electric cars on roads at the end of 2050. The gas and gasoline stations will be replaced by charging stations. Tesla electric cars have unique autopilot features, and cars in 2050 will be more advanced and driverless. Electric trucks, cars in Tesla Semi are under productions with no steering and robotic dashboard with a stronger navigation system. In 2050, these trucks with heavy loads and without drivers will be on the road. The future of traveling in 2050 will be through air bases. The transparent glass bodies of buses will have comfortable seats. It will replace the concept of business class and economy class. The luggage will be taken to the concept cabin. There will be biometric identification and you will be allowed to sit. These seats will be more comfortable and mold according to the body of a person. Airbuses will be more environmentally efficient. There is another mission to make traveling more comfortable till 2050, is road tunnels. Elon Musk wanted to make tunnels to provide aids to traffic on the busiest roads. He presented a proposal of digging a tunnel in Florida, and the city government had accepted his proposal. Elon Musk has a boring company that aims to dig out tunnels on the busiest roads to ensure smooth traffic flow. Tesla cars will travel in these tunnels. So if we could see thousands of tunnels in 2050 with another idea of Hyperloop. The Hyperloop is the fifth mode of traveling other than cars, planes, boats, and trains. This idea was developed by SpaceX and Elon Musk to use travel pods inside a metallic tube. This is a high-speed transportation system which has a speed of about 750 miles per hour. The initial design can take people from Los Angeles to San Francisco in 30 minutes, and the distance is 380 miles. It used electromagnetic force and propelled specialized pods or capsules. The pods travel on air cushions inside the tube on technical rails. The Hyperloop will be more common in 2050 for covering long distances within the country and replacing the planes, but the international distances will be covered through airplanes. Airplanes are ejecting more carbon dioxide into the air and causing pollution. In 2050, technologists will be able to build electric planes that will work exactly the same way, but will be more powerful and environmentally friendly. The human need for energy can be fulfilled only by harnessing sun processing power on Earth. According to a 2012 publication, Demo's fusion power plant will be operating in 2050 and will supply electricity to grid stations in 2050. 7 countries like China, the European Union, India, Japan, South Korea, Russia, and the United States are part of this project. One nuclear engineer claimed to demonstrate the generation of electricity from fusion in the middle of the century. Another great achievement of man till 2050 will be a human colony on Mars. SpaceX co-founder Elon Musk has revealed his plan to land humans on Mars till 2025. NASA has also planned to colonize on Mars till 2033. The environment of Mars is not suitable for humans to live as the atmosphere is mostly carbon dioxide. The surface of Mars is too cold to sustain life on it, and gravity is only 38%. But Musk suggested terraforming the Mars that mean Earth shaping. In this way, it will be possible to live on Earth till 2050. The demand for food is rising globally, and there will be a significant shortfall between food that is produced and its demand in 2050. Feeding 10 billion mouths is a big challenge for food authorities, as well as we have to reduce the carbon dioxide emission from the planet. The demand for meat will rise 88% by 2050, which means we will have more green land for grazing livestock. So to reset the economic world, the alternative of meat is cultured meat, prepared in the laboratory by taking stem cells of a live animal. It will fulfill the demand for meat in 2050. These were a few glimpses of the world in 2050 that we will enjoy if we are lucky enough not to expire then. Do not forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We will be back with more. Stay tuned. Elon Musk talks about aliens. Are they real? Maybe they are among us. I don't know. Elon Musk. Are there any pieces of evidence to it? If there are super intelligent aliens out there, they're probably already observing us. That would seem quite likely, and we're just not smart enough to realize it. He's not sure like the rest of us, but he sure asks the questions like many of us. Then where are the aliens, and why does he say so? Let's begin the video. I'm sure you guys have subscribed to the channel until now, so let's get straight into the video. Where are the aliens? Like if there are so many planets out there and the universe is almost 14 billion years old, why aren't the aliens everywhere? And this is one of the most perplexing questions, and for him it certainly has to be, as he's on a mission to make multiplanetary travel a reality for humans. Elon Musk is not the only one to talk about aliens' existence and presence, but there has certainly been an ongoing discussion on the subject for decades. People all around the world have been claiming to spot strange flying objects, which later got the name of UFOs. However, this was not a matter of interest for concerned authorities till prominent figures in science, well-known researchers, and security-oriented personalities started acknowledging it seriously. The famous SETI researcher and American astronomer Seth Shostak, who directs the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, has been opening up on the matter now and then, and seems to be a strong believer in aliens' presence. Once in his talk on TED introducing the Allen Telescope Array, he said, "We still haven't heard anything and we don't know any life beyond Earth, but I'm going to suggest to you that that's going to change rather soon." He even went on confidently to say, "I feel strongly enough about that to make a bet with you. Either we're going to find ET in the next 2 dozens of years, or I'll buy you a cup of coffee." He also once quotes the great Stephen Hawking in another TED Talk that Stephen once said, "We probably shouldn't broadcast anything in space because that tells the aliens that we are here." Another great mind, Avi Loeb, the Harvard University professor who works in astrophysics and cosmology, has made a claim, though controversial, that aliens are no longer fiction but reality and they have visited the Earth. In his recent discussion with Mitchell Miller in CBS Mornings, he talked about his new book, Extraterrestrial, in which he has opened up about encounters with an alien civilization. And it may be a matter of concern for Tesla CEO and SpaceX founder Elon Musk, as he's a visionary of a permanent and sustainable human presence on Mars. The iconic entrepreneur is also the lead designer of SpaceX. He is also the founder of Neuralink and the Boring Company, as well as serves as the co-founder of PayPal. He strongly believes that humans should be multi-planet species because that's the only way to survive. Otherwise, there is no way but to face extinction, as on the basis of strong scientific predictions, the Earth is eventually going to an end someday. And here it becomes the ultimate goal of Elon Musk's SpaceX, the Mars colonization. In fact, Elon's previous and ongoing projects are all aligned with his long-term vision. Since its foundations, SpaceX has successfully maintained itself as the first private company to make unbelievable launches to space with a success ratio of 98.4%, which include Falcon 9, Falcon Heavy, Crew Dragon spacecraft, and Starlink satellites. In addition to Elon and SpaceX achievements, SpaceX is also collaborating with NASA on their Artemis program, along with other 5 aerospace companies, and has launched 2 NASA astronauts into orbit on a Crew Dragon by 2020. Elon's primary focus is Mars Colony Project, and the key element to this project is to launch a fully and rapidly reusable space travel vehicle named Starship, which will carry humans to Mars and other destinations in the solar system. According to SpaceX, the spacecraft will be able to carry 100 people to the Red Planet. The project has been in its developing stages since 2018. The Starship's first crew launch was planned by 2024, but Elon announced later that the spacecraft would make its first crewed landing by 2026. Before first human landing on Mars, they are aiming to deploy a propellant plant on the planet for the local production of rocket fuel. They will further send cargo missions for transportation of fertilizer equipment and parts of Mars Architecture project. Although his ultimate Mars colonization goal seems to be outlandish to many people, he has all the reasons on Earth to stick to it. My interest in the future of humanity is what's important to do. What's the meaning of life? And I concluded that what we really need to do is to make sure that life continues into the future, and particularly conscious life. And doing so, we will better be able to understand the nature of the universe and achieve greater enlightenment. Elon's fearless approach of accelerating his plans to achieve his conclusive destination, the multi-planet travel, shows that perhaps apparently he doesn't bother himself a lot by giving too much thought to the possibility of the aliens' existence. In his talk in Joe Rogan's Experience podcast, he replies to one of Joe's questions by saying, "I want to be clear that to the best of my knowledge, there is no evidence for alien life on Earth." There is no direct sign of alien life, and when Joe asked him if he thought about aliens, his answer would be no. And that if someday there will be an alien sign, he will treat it as a new piece of information. He thinks that there is quite a high chance of microbial life, but less likelihood of sophisticated life. Even some of his questions project his skepticism regarding alien presence, which is unlikely to the other great minds in the business. You could basically bicycle to Alpha Centauri in a few 100,000 years. So in 100 million years, even at a very slow speed, you could completely blanket the galaxy. So why not? Where are they? The SpaceX founder strongly believes that if aliens wanted humans to know about their existence, they would. Also, he suggests that he would have known about alien life if there were, on the basis of the amount of work he has done in space. As far as we know, we are the only consciousness or the only life that's out there. There might be other life, but we have seen no signs of it. He opens up about his views on alien existence. He further says the reality is this is the only planet, at least in this part of the galaxy, where there is consciousness. Currently, his main focus is on the fastest path to a self-sustaining city on Mars. This is what he considers crucial and critical for human survival. The rest is just a good argument for him. I think it's important for us to take advantage of that window while it's open and to establish life on another planet in the solar system, just in case something goes wrong with the Earth. And there could be an either natural or man-made disaster that knocks the technology level below where it is possible to travel to another planet. People may or may not agree with Elon's multiplanetary and Mars colony vision by putting a huge question mark on him. But it's his obsession with the continuity of human species in the future that fuels him to put in the amount of hard work he's doing. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. If you guys liked the video, do give it a huge thumbs up and share it as much as you can. I'm pretty sure your friends would be desperately waiting to know. Well, up till then, stay tuned. 10 biggest Tesla crashes on Autopilot. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel with a very interesting video. Today's video is going to be an amazing one where we will tell you about the top 10 biggest Tesla crashes of all time and what were the consequences of those crashes. So you might not want to miss out such a video packed with thrill and suspense. Make sure to watch the video till the end, but before that, give this video a big thumbs up. So before hopping on to the list of crashes, let us review some stats. According to TheGuardian.com, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, released a list offering details about crashes and a review by its Special Crash Investigation Programs. The US safety regulators have opened 30 investigations of Tesla crashes involving a total of 10 deaths since 2016, and in most of the cases, the Autopilot feature was found to be involved in the crashes. Although Elon Musk has suggested not to blame Autopilot for fatal deaths and crashes, it does not change the reality, right? So let us get straight into the video. Number 10. Andy. Andy was driving his model and his Autopilot was engaged while driving on a highway in North Carolina, and in that due time, he was passed by a Volkswagen Golf. There was a Skian TC behind it. The Skian kind of lost control, and what happened next was shocking. The car went flying, striking the sides of the road. This was an accident due to Autopilot, but Andy still thanked Autopilot for saving his life as well as the life of the Skian driver. Here is the reason. When the Skian came in front of Tesla, Autopilot was the reason for engaging emergency braking to an extent that the Tesla would not T-bone the Skian at a highway speed. Instead, the Skian flew past Tesla and bounced back into the back of Andy's car, which resulted in a pit maneuver. After the crash, nothing much was left of either of the cars. Number 9. Ian Huddleston. Ian was driving his Model 3 in Beluve, Washington, where he decided to take an exit, and that is when the traffic came to a stop. Well, we cannot say suddenly though, because the traffic was seen piling up half a minute earlier. Autopilot was not engaged, but the Tesla's collision avoidance system engaged the system in such a way to avoid a collision. Ian said that he could feel the steering wheel moving against his hands. Ian and his wife felt like they were going to hit the stopped car, but they were grateful they didn't because their 2 young daughters were in the backseat as well. Number 8. Eric Arneson. Eric was driving his Model Y northbound on US Route 101 outside of Santa Barbara, California. Autopilot engaged throughput when he unexpectedly felt the Tesla slowing down. At first he did not get it. Autopilot predicted a car speeding behind them and slowed down the Tesla as the car cut them off recklessly. Thankfully, it was not a crash and Autopilot saved the day. Number 7. Claudio. Claudio was driving his Model 3 on Autopilot in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Traffic started piling up in front of him, and that is when a Dodge Ram rammed a Volkswagen Golf when they both tried to move over to the shoulder. The Autopilot can be seen preparing for the same exact maneuver, applying the brakes and moving slightly onto the shoulder. Claudio stopped to make sure everyone involved in the accident was okay, and he was grateful that everyone was fine, and he even offered each of them a copy of the Tesla cam footage, and then he left. Number 6. Jerry. Jerry was driving westbound on California State Route 237 in the left lane using Autopilot. When driving past the US Route 101 ramp, he knew that many cars would be merging, so he stayed in his own lane to give them room. The driver of the Honda, who clearly did not check their blind spot, came almost flying across the highway, and this is when Autopilot failed because it did not react, so Jerry took over, honking and swerving to the left shoulder. Number 5. Baber K. Khan. Baber was driving his Model 3 on Toronto, Ontario, Canada on Highway 404 as he was merging. A Volkswagen was in his blind spot, even though he looked over his shoulder. Faber somehow did not see it and proceeded to merge. Autopilot suddenly gave him a warning and veered him back into his lane. That is also when he heard the VW's honk, and that is when he realized what had happened. Faber was surprised that a collision was still avoided. He apologized to the other driver and merged safely this time. Number 4. Ian C. Ian C. was driving his 2-day-old Model 3 in Fugoy, Verena, North Carolina. He was heading home from the store while his autopilot was engaged. That is when a squirrel decided to play with him and got in front. Autopilot did not give any warnings or indications that it was going to stop, so Ian hit the brakes just to be safe. Thank God he did it. Number 3. Dave Mack. Dave was returning from a meetup with fellow FSD beta tester Chuck Cook. All of a sudden, a wheel fell off the car in front of him. Dave took over from Autopilot, slowing down and waiting to ensure that he could pull off, as it was very difficult to maintain control without a front left wheel at 75 mph. Number 2. Joe. Joe was driving his Model 3 on Autopilot in Austin, Texas when he stopped behind another Model 3 at a red light. When the light turned green, Joe was expecting the signature Tesla acceleration, but nothing happened even as cars started honking behind him. Finally, the Model 3 slowly pulled away and took a wide turn. That is when Joe realized that this was either a laggy version of Autopilot or the Tesla might have had a drunk driver behind the wheel. The Tesla swerved all over the road and hit the curb multiple times. As they approached the freeway, Joe was worried that the Tesla might try to get on to it. The driver signaled to get on the freeway, but then he just continued on. Joe contacted law enforcement and informed them of what was happening. Maybe this driver would have been better if he was using Autopilot, or maybe this is an Autopilot fault. What do you think? Number 1. Joseph. So the story starts with Joseph, who after 5 days of taking delivery of his model, was dropping off his friends at his parents' house. When he was on the way just near to his destination, a car stopped in front of him and he was about to go around that car, but suddenly that car started turning, so Joseph stopped. That is when a Honda bumped him from the rear side. After this, Joseph pulled over and called the police while waiting in his car. Joseph asked the officer if the other driver was okay, and the officer replied by saying that the other driver was upset. Joseph was not sure who the other driver was upset at. The other driver was heard by Joseph's friend telling the officer that Joseph had stopped the car in the middle of the road. After viewing the footage from the Tesla cam, everything became crystal clear to the officer. Joseph's Tesla took 2 months to get fixed. Maybe if Autopilot was being used, this would have been avoided, or it was due to laggy Autopilot. These were the biggest crashes and failures of Autopilot. While in some cases Autopilot saved the day, in other cases it was a complete disaster. What do you think about Autopilot and the bad drivers? Have you ever experienced such crashes in real life? Let us know in the comments below and share your opinion. Also, if you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing to the channel for more interesting videos like these. See you in the next video. Are our gods aliens? For thousands of years, human beings have had faith in God, a deity that is all-knowing, all-powering, and their savior. Whenever they feel like calling him, they would look up to the sky as though God must not reside on this earth but somewhere else into the heavens. Well, you never thought that your gods can be aliens, is it? Let's get into the video and figure out whether it is reality-based or not. And we have comments of some famous figures in the end, so don't forget to watch the video till the end. All religions in the world are based on this basic concept of God, something or someone who has all powers over anything and everything. There may be a single god or too many gods, based upon humans' interpretations and preferences. Despite apparently being contradictory to each other, different religions in the world have had this one positioning in common, that God created the universe and all the exceptional objects we see out there, and then he created humans as something special. However, on the other hand, there has always been a significant amount of people who like to think logically. They trust things that can be proved, perceived, or measured. This is called science, and people who possess such a mindset are called scientific minds. With the vast expansion of scientific knowledge, humans realize that the universe is far bigger than we can perceive with our limited 5 senses. This Earth that we call our world is just a tiny part of a gigantic galaxy, and there are millions of such galaxies out there, or even bigger than us. It almost seems arrogant to think that we are alone in this universe. Here raises the question, if the universe is that vast and continuously expanding, why can't there be any other conscious life forms out there? Why did God create such an extraordinarily humongous universe but create consciousness only on Earth? Although it provides humans a sense of being privileged by God, as many religions also suggest that God created humans as his higher creation and created everything for them, including the universe. However, a questioning mind isn't satisfied by such an argument, and asks how God can be so incompatible for creating such an extraordinarily extensive universe only to be left barren. There should and must be extraterrestrial life as well, and whether or not we have encountered them so far, we cannot fully deny the possibility of that happening. And if there are such extraterrestrial beings out there, maybe they are far superior, civilized, and intelligent than us, and perhaps have even visited the Earth unbeknownst to us. A scientific mind only asks such questions and searches out there in the universe for the answers. But religious commonalities have had faith in such life forms in space. They believe in God or gods, evil forces and fallen angels who have more powers than humans and can guide them, save them, and visit them on Earth. All the major religions on Earth offer those stories of their enlightened beings who had been visited by ET existing beings. It is to say that every religion has endorsed and enforced something happening out there. There's also that ancient astronauts theory that suggests that intelligent extra beings visited Earth and made contact with humans in ancient times that stimulated the development of cultures, religions, human biology, and technologies. The theory suggests that ET intelligence also contributed to building the Great Pyramids in Egypt. As the blocks which were to be used were very heavy and the distances the builders had to travel so lengthy, it must be the aliens who helped Egyptian builders to move the blocks with the help of a sled ramp system. The famous astronomer and science fiction writer Garrett Purvis professed in Edison's Conquest of Mars, which is a part of a series of science fiction books and newspaper serials, that they were the giants of Mars that moved large blocks and built the pyramids. The person who has to be credited for the scientific basis to the theory of alien architects is Erich von Däniken, a Swiss author whose 1968th book, Chariots of the Gods, took the theory of ET life forms involvement in ancient structures building to a new level. His book held a surprising question on its front cover that would ask, was God an astronaut? I would suggest at least 4 times in the past that our planet was visited by beings from outer space. He says, in 1964, von Däniken visited the pyramids and he wondered how ancient people could have built them and whether they had help from ET life forms. He was doubtful how precisely those people connected those heavy blocks. The doubt would lead him to the other possible answers. Von Däniken also wondered if the psychic visions he had at a young age about astronauts' visits from the solar system had any connection with reality. He started to search for the evidence that he found in the primitive artwork discovered by a French explorer Henri Lot in the Sahara. Von Däniken immediately proposed that the cave art exactly looked like E.T. Von Däniken also gained support for his claims by a 1960th French book, The Morning of the Magician, which deeply questioned the authenticity of science and history. The book completely negated the scientific claims about proofless ET existence. It is also notable that pure scientific researchers and great scientists do not completely rule out the possibility of aliens' existence. Famous American researcher and astronomer Seth Shostak seems to be a strong proponent of aliens' presence. He once said, "We still haven't heard anything and we don't know any life beyond Earth, but I'm going to suggest to you that's even going to change rather soon." Seth also stated once in one of his TED Talks that the great Stephen Hawking once warned not to broadcast anything in space because it would tell the aliens about our presence. However, there is also an element of skepticism to it, which cannot be denied if the doubt is suggested by SpaceX founder and Tesla CEO Elon Musk, a prominent figure in the spacefaring business. Musk is a great visionary of permanent and sustainable human colonization on Mars. I want to be clear that to the best of my knowledge there is no evidence of aliens' life on Earth. He opened up further about his views on ET's existence. As far as we know, we are the only life that's out there. There might be another life, but we have seen no signs of it. The reality is, this is the only place, at least in this part of the galaxy, where there is consciousness. Then, there is another question that needs acknowledgement, and that is, if someday we make contact with aliens, what implications would it have on us as humans? We have been told by our religions that we are the most superior creation of God and perhaps his favorite child among other creations. But what would happen to our uniqueness when we come to know that our planet is no longer unique to be the planet to have conscious intelligence? Or whether we would be capable enough to face that encounter? What if aliens have no interest in making friends with us? And if it takes a step further, a new possible question will arise, which will be, what if aliens aren't only God's creations but are gods themselves? Is there any possibility that God was not some mystical being but intelligent beings from space? And if something like that ever happens, how would organized religions react to it? To find the answers, Robert Lawrence Kuhn, a doctorate in neuroscience and the author and editor of over 25 books, took the journey where he would meet several big names of philanthropists, scientists, psychologists, and researchers. He believes that religions cannot overlook the question, would intelligent aliens undermine God? God is nowhere to be found, nor are humans very much important. I will be thrilled to know such a new truth, though deeply disappointed that God will be no more. Robert went to London to meet Russell Stannard, a famous physicist who focuses on science and religion. Russell said if he was ever to meet aliens, he would rather be interested to know their take on God. It does raise an interesting question as to how Jesus relates to them, aliens. Russell puts an argument that according to Christianity, Jesus, the eternal Son of God who took a human form and fought for humans, is it possible that the same eternal Son of God takes on a form of E.T. to act as their savior? And whether E.T. needs a savior. Robert also visited San Francisco to meet scientists interested in searching E.T., where astronomer Jules took quite an optimistic approach and said, I think we have seen millennia of the counterexamples that organized religion is extraordinarily flexible and over the past thousands of years has been able to adjust itself to accommodate different cosmologies, different knowledge, and I would be very surprised if more organized religions would not be able to embrace the new knowledge that there are other intelligent civilizations in the universe. In addition to it, Douglas McCouch, a psychologist who focuses on the cultural impacts of ET, said, I think the real challenge is for us to be open to extraterrestrial beings who are very different than we are. People like Juan, Daniken, and Robert are and have been searching for the answers. However, these are not ordinary questions and perhaps humans need to wait for the answers to reveal themselves over time. Till then, shouldn't we be concerned about the life that is in front of us? The real question is not whether God and aliens exist or not, or whether they are two different phenomena or the same. The real and most important question is that what are we as humans collectively doing to ourselves, each other, and to this marvelous planet Earth? Perhaps our main concern should be to work on ourselves and reach our higher potential as humans. That's all for today's video. If you want to watch more, do subscribe to our channel. If you haven't done yet, smash that like button. See you soon.